The third and fourth corner, Bucks
there we go.
On the move. And
that's a great job by Daniels. 3rd and 1, you use a hard count, and Kansas City jumps off sides. Those are the little things you need to see from your young quarterback. Great work.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 50. 5-yard penalty.
That's why I don't like these clap and snap counts. Get underneath the center and use some voice inflection and get these guys to jump off sides. Boy, that will really upset Andy Reid in that situation in a 15-7 game.
Over last year's team, yes, they didn't have Patrick Mahomes, but they did not play well at all on that side of the ball. Jalen Daniels, empty backfield, wide open right in the middle. He's got to find that tight end. Just a little late on that delivery, trying to find Kenny Fletcher Jr., the free agent tight end from Rutgers.
You know, when you come out in a no-back set, defenses that are sophisticated are going to.
Been doing it a very long time, long time here with Andy Reid in Kansas City. And again, we keep talking about this. This defense is the starting on defense. They don't know who their corners are going to be. They don't know who their starting safeties are going to be, and they got to get some production out of their defensive ends. Sean Tucker with the run right up the middle. Short game brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and long.
Of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is 3rd and 8, not 2nd and 8. Bucks come out. Again, Sean Tucker off to the right. Tight formation at the bottom. 2 wide receivers up top. Devin Cope, your tight end, is the top of your screen. And if there's one area where Jalen Daniels needs to improve it, I think it is that deep outbreaking route. He missed a couple of them last week. He misses, not going to know who he is, but Danny Smith had him in Pittsburgh as well as a tryout guy in camp. Up there, out there.
Well, the Clemson Tigers know who he is. That's the leading kicker in the history of that program.
Yes, he is. That was my best Christmas. Love you.
Let's go Bucks. 4th quarter.
Emmett Johnson on the return here. Bucks special teams unit has been very good today. Again, tackle inside the 30-yard line. Denny Smith is going to be much more satisfied with his coverage units here. Caden Fordham, 2nd on the team today in tackles on defense, gets that down. Very athletic guy. He is certainly under competition. They bring Justin Fields in and Nussmeier in at the position. So here are his opportunities to impress Andy Reid.
You know, after being in the AFC West for a few seasons, Kansas City is welcoming back the man. I think Pat Mahomes is ahead of schedule. I believe he's going to be ready for the opener. I know he hasn't played in the preseason, but he's here tonight. He's on the sidelines. And that is great news because Kansas City's a lot like everybody else without Pat Mahomes, Rondé.
Could not agree more. Aludican from Tampa, by the way, Sickles High School. There's Pat Mahomes off his ACL injury from a year ago. Oh, great defensive stop there.
It's a nice finish by Melifonwu, veteran safety man who we talked about. Signed not long ago. Look at number 35 at the bottom of the screen. He does a nice job. He sees the ball released. He tracks Rashad Smith and brings him to the ground. That's great effort by Melifonwu. As you said earlier, who's the 3rd safety here in Tampa? I believe this man is in the mix.
John Bullock also in on the tackle. Special teams guy from a year ago, Nebraska, college free agent 2025. 3rd and 6 for Kansas City. Ludekin also played 3 seasons at University of South Florida. Go Bulls. Oh,
there we go.
Tips, overthrows. Perotti with the fortuitous bounce. Bucks get another takeaway on the preseason. They had 2 last week at the Jets. They have their 1st of the night here against Kansas City. And you hate it for the quarterback because that ball was placed perfectly to the tight end on the inside. He just dropped it. And Johnny on the spot. I'll say this again. My 10 interception year, I had like 4 attempts, buddy.
Hey, that's a great job finishing the play by Perotti. But Todd Bowles had been blocked.
Daniels back onto the field. Again, Sean Tucker is your running back. See if Zach Robinson opens up his offense here a little bit. Finds another slip screen. You've seen this play a number of times, and Patterson has been the recipient of on a bunch of them. And he picks up. Look at all these Kansas City Chiefs pulling towards the line of scrimmage, and really good job by Jalen Daniels then, right, coach? To
here they are on an empty set. You better anticipate pressure again. They blitzed this formation the last time. Looks like they're bailing this time.
can't keep bringing it, can you? 3 wide receivers to the bottom. Jalen Daniels, plenty of time, just decides to go to the one-on-one matchup on the outside to Sean Tucker, the running back, a little overshot on that throw. Patterson, 5 receptions, 56 yards. He's been the guy. Here's the ISO.
That's where Mike Evans used to be.
In today's world, running backs are supposed to be running. Roger Craig just got into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations. The ultimate. Been that way for years, and it's 3rd and 6. 3 wide receivers to the bottom, wide open. Here, Green with the first down catch, and really nice job hanging in that. Sean Tucker, the solo back. Wide zone run, great blocking up front, down to the 3-yard line. Sean Tucker in this game late, and you got to wonder why, right? We know that he's the established 3rd running back for the past couple of years. We saw Josh Williams earlier get the reps with the 2nd team. Now Sean Tucker's still in the game, trying to prove that job can still be of him.
That'll be interesting. That's up to Jason Light.
And that comes down to special teams and whatnot, other value. Short motion, bootleg, wide open back of the end zone. He just doesn't see him. Jalen Daniels doing what Jalen Daniels does best. Wow. It nearly gets to the goal line. Holy cow.
I tell you, I get nervous sometimes. This young man's ball security at
Jalen Daniels snuck for a touchdown. Not doing it. Handing that ball off to Sean Tucker. Touchdown.
Great job by Tampa Bay, switching up the tempo, jumping in a no-huddle on the goal line, and they fooled Kansas City. And guess who has the lead? Jalen. Well, they're in a spread formation, and they do look like they have some single coverage on the outside.
That's it. Nothing there. Nowhere to go with the ball. Sack. Ethan Hurkett on Jalen Daniels. Oh. Boring, so I'm just going to try to be less boring for this night. But I got the most excitable person in football next to me, and he's got some stuff for you, dude.
There we go.
Yeah.
Baker, what do you got, Chucky?
I'm a backup. I'm a backup broadcaster. That's it.
Good things are going to happen, but I'm proud of him so far.
Complete pass on the bootleg. Bake, I got to ask you, for all the world in Tampa,
for us to be able to move forward, it's all about us, how we're getting better, and how we're going to be ready for week 1.
I love that your focus is just on football, and yes, all that other stuff, Baker, trust me, will take care of itself. Nobody wants to see you not for you here, because I'm up here with you called him Chucky, so I'm going to call him Chucky. Our Super Bowl year, 2002, long-ass time ago now, he said he didn't run a shotgun snap in that season. What's your thoughts on under center, shotgun? You like them both equally? That one better?
You have to be able to get under center. I think just to be able to.
It is 2024.
Yep.
How's that feel having this group come back together as the season begins?
I'm excited about it, and I know they are as well.
All right, Bake, Emeka Egbuka, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, Tez Johnson, Ted Hurst, no Mike Evans. How do you replace the legend?
Yeah, I mean, you can never replace the first ballot Hall of Famer. That's Mike. But I think Chris Godwin, in his own way, has stepped up tremendously leadership-wise. Just continued to help groom these younger guys and help them spread the knowledge that he has. Ted Hurst, obviously a bigger receiver, so hopefully you mentioned studs.
Bake, I got to tell you before we let you go, I was just in Norman, Oklahoma for 2 days with the Sooners. You know what that song sounds like, that Boomer Sooner?
I've never heard it before. You mind singing it for me?
I mean, that is a great program. Maybe just a quick summary of your journey.
Pass interference on that last play. I think it was Roman Parodi on that deep pass from Nussmeier down the sideline. Puts the Chiefs down inside the 15-yard line. Quick drop back, sling it out to the tight end, and the Bucs defense comes up to make a tackle. We've been in this situation a couple times today, John, and defense has found a way to come out of this situation with only 3 points. This is a really good opportunity for Todd Bowles to teach these young guys about bend, don't break defense. Unfortunate pass interference call down the sideline. Now you got to come and defend.
No doubt. And you also have to tip your hat to Nussmeier at quarterback. He's made some really good plays in the pocket. He's made a couple audibles. And you're right, Tampa Bay's got to find a way to get off the field here.
Tight formation. Motion out, just set up the run, and good run. Stiff arms,
Gaines. That's a great finish by Gaines. Emmett Johnson's a big back, and he looks like he has daylight to score. But out of nowhere, there's your corner, Gaines, number 24. I mean, this is lock, lift, and drive, Barber. I like the way he went in there and made that tackle.
If there was one thing I would have told him to do is keep your head up, son.
Keep your head up.
Miss more tackles with your head down than not. I was a guy that loved to put my chest on people and just come up with a body part. He'll learn that. He's not big enough to make those type of tackles. Here we go inside the 3-yard line. This zoom motion. This is such a tough play to defend. And Cyrus Allen down to the inch line.
I thought he was in. Cyrus Allen, 5th-round pick out of Cincinnati. He's had a nice camp. His knee is down.
Just matter where that ball was spotted. The linesman had him just short. Sets up a second and goal, just inches away. Look at big number 92 Simmons in there.
K-Part number 90. Got to get their pads down.
Easy touchdown. Emmett Johnson again.
Also one-back power play, and Tampa Bay is outflanked. And Kansas City answers the score with one of their own. And that's a big reason why Kansas City had 9 straight AFC Western championships. They really know how to play situational football. Credit to Andy Reid putting the drive together right after the Buccaneers.
Well, it had been just a field goal opportunity game for Kansas City. Nussmeier comes in, does a great job. Johnson, who's fighting for that backup role behind Kenneth Walker, comes in, 9 plays, 75-yard touchdown. Butker with the extra point attempted is, of course, good. And we'll be back. Bucks on offense. Get to see some more of that Jalen Daniels kid. Hold on. Gonna make him kick it again. I mean, he just made a 69-yard field goal. Yeah. Are you allowed to take this on the kickoff?
Yeah. Butker had a down year last year in his standings. Obviously, he's made the adjustment. An incredible first half, but this extra point is no giving.
He was 9 of 11 from 49 to 40 to 49, and only 5 of 8 from 50 yards. That's a complete contrast to the Bucks kicker, McLaughlin, who was almost automatic from 50 yards last year. This PAT is going to be 43 yards. The way he's kicked tonight, I'm going to say this one's going to be good. And I jinxed him.
Right off the right crossbar, and Harrison Butker missed some extra points last year. That's what happens when you have a holding call on a PAT, but that ball clanks off that right upright.
If he makes this team, this will probably be a role that he was nicely could occupy. Here's Green out to the 27-yard line. Tonight's drive of the game is brought to you by your slot wide receiver, and it's Sean Tucker's running back play action pass, and that's where the ball is going to try to go incomplete. The one thing I do notice about Jalen Daniels, and I don't know if I'm the right guy to criticize this, his footwork gets a little antsy at times. I don't know how you coach that out of a player, but the arm talent definitely shines in spite of it.
Well, it's going to take some time. That's the second time I've seen Daniels struggle with the center exchange when he's been under the center. Let's keep an eye on the battery there.
First incompletion of the day on that drive. He was 4 for 4 for 33 yards. Down and distance brought to you by Advent Health, the exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jalen Daniels in the shotgun. Sean Tucker again off to the right, and here he goes. Creates a little bit of space, runs through traffic, and gets down to just short of first down yardage. There is a penalty on the play, and it looks to be against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Holding. Defense number 19. 5-yard penalty from the end of the play. Automatic. First down.
Guy that really has been impressive, I think, in camp with his opportunities as a wide receiver. And here he is with the ball in the red. This is the type of role, John, that Tez Johnson has played last year and through camp, although he's been hurt for most of this preseason. A guy like Rivers here at Georgia Tech, still in the game, top of the screen. Quick pass by Daniels out to Patterson. Makes 2 or 3 guys miss, and nice pickup down the field. The offense, we've said it over and over and over again. The urgency seems much more on point now that the second half. How about that? Falls down.
It's a great play because it's the only play. I know you don't like to hear that as coaching cliche, but center quarterback exchange has been an issue. That time there's a bad intersection in the backfield. He falls down.
Is it the center, is the quarterback? The answer, I think, John, is both.
Probably both.
Shotgun. Sean Tucker off to his right. Quick handoff inside zone. Here's Sean Tucker. This is why you love this guy. His explosion.
Yeah, man. I mean, the guy's not drafted. Jason Light does a great job. Last year in New Orleans, he's the player of the week.